What's going on, guys? I'm Riley Kennedy.
And I'm Tino Olivos.
And we're going to do a little something different this week. Instead of bringing you your Week 10 results and your Week 11 predictions, we're going to do a little podcast for about maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And we're going to bring you your Week 10 results. And we're going to go a little bit like around the league in the NFL news. So we're going to start with the scores. Obviously on Monday night, which is tonight, the Panthers take on the Dolphins in Carolina, and it's a must-need win, I think, for the Dolphins.
Yeah, they got to win this game. They're a game behind the Bills.
For the wild card.
Yeah, for the final wild card spot.
And going back to Thursday, the Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Seahawks are looking really good. The Cardinals, they dropped to 4-5. They were a 500 team. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
No, I think they're done. I think Carson Palmer's a bit overrated.
Yeah, a little bit. And for the 1 o'clock games, we're going to start with the Saints beating the Bills. The Saints beat them 47-10. This was the only game this week that both teams were above 500. The Saints move on to 7-2. Bills dropped to 5-4, and the Saints just completely annihilated them. They had 6 rushing touchdowns. Drew Brees threw for no passing touchdowns, but still had a good week.
Yeah.
And moving on to the Packers and the Bears, the Packers won 23-16. Brett Hundley, the starter for the Packers, looked pretty good.
Yeah,
not bad. Packers are 5-4, which is surprising. I thought that they were going to lose personally.
I thought the Bears were going to win that game.
Yeah, so did I. The Bears dropped to 3-6, 2-3 at home. Bears are a little rough start, but like always. But Mitch Trubisky, rookie quarterback, maybe next year.
That's what I'm saying.
Another 1 o'clock game. The Lions beat the Browns in Detroit. The Browns moved to 5-4. You know, the AFC North is struggling. The Browns 0-9. Then you had the Ravens. The Bengals are 3-6. I know. Do you have the record for the Ravens?
The Ravens.
I don't know. I think they were.
They were actually on a bye this week.
Yeah, they're on the bye.
bye.
Tino's gonna get that, but like I'm saying, the Steelers won 7-. They beat the Colts 2017. They are now 7-2. Colts dropped to 3-7. Do you have the Ravens record?
Yeah, I got it right here. The Baltimore Ravens are actually, I believe they're 4-5. Yep, 4-5.
So the Steelers at the top of the division are 7-2. Ravens 4-5. Bengals 3-6. And the Browns 0-9. And with the Titans beating the Bengals 24-20, they've had 3 straight wins, all versus AFC North teams. The Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. They play the Steelers on Thursday night next week.
It's going to be a tough game.
I do think Steelers are going to win now.
The Steelers are going to take it out?
Well, 1 seed for the playoffs right now in the AFC North. Moving on, the Buccaneers won 15-10 versus the New York Jets in Tampa Bay. Really bad game. I didn't really like it.
Boring game. But Ryan Fitzpatrick actually had to start that game due to Jameis Winston being hurt, and he didn't look half bad.
No, it didn't look too bad. Jameis Winston, Tino has a little thing on Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis Winston sprained his AC joint. He might be out for another game, but the GM said it could be even longer than 1 game. It's basically week by week.
No timeline, and I think that the Bucs, they're a little rough. Don't think they can make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I think they're done.
The Jets though could.
They're 4-5. They're in that
4-6 now. 4-6.
Oh wow, they're in that wild AFC
East.
Yeah,
AFC East. Moving on to the Vikings and the Redskins. The Vikings won 38-30. The Vikings are now 7-2. The Redskins are up to 4-5. The Vikings actually have some of the best odds. I'm going to look that up. They won 38-30. Tino's going to bring you next for the finishing the 1 o'clock. I'm going to look up the Vikings odds to win the Super Bowl.
All right, finishing up the 1 o'clock games. The Jaguars stole one against the Chargers. The Chargers had the game with 1:38 left with the ball, and then their running back fumbled the ball, and then the Jaguars took over. And you know, it was a very big heartbreaker for the Chargers, but the Jaguars got the win. They improved to 6-3. Now to the 4 o'clock games. The Texans got absolutely annihilated by the Rams. The Rams are a tough team. They're 7-2. Jared Goff, the rookie quarterback, he's looking really, really well this year.
I want to add something in before you go to the next game. Opening odds, Vikings had 25-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. Now 10-1. They are 5th, tied for 4th. tied for third actually. The Patriots have the best odd at 7-2. Eagles and Steelers tied for second, 4-1, which would mean the Chiefs and the Vikings and the Saints are all tied for fourth, 10-1 odds. The Vikings look pretty good.
They do look very well. Now the Cowboys, who are 5-4, went against the Falcons, who are also 5-4. The Falcons stole one. They stole one. They won 27-7, and Matt Ryan looked very well, but Devontae Freeman got hurt during that game. Very unfortunate. Now to the Giants and 49ers. The 49ers got their first win of the season. Congrats to them.
Congrats.
Eli, what's going on with the Giants, man?
I have
They're not
no
looking good at all.
idea.
What's going on? And then to last night's.
Patriots destroyed the Broncos.
It was really bad, They won 41-16. Brock Osweiler got the start over Trevor Siemian this week. He looked all right in the first half, and then just went downhill from there.
Tom Brady, the Patriots, obviously, like I said, 7-2 odds for Super Bowl. They're looking really good.
Yeah, Brady's
Really,
always very,
really.
very good.
All right, well, moving on to our top performers. This is a wild one. Adrian Claiborne had 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery for 40 fantasy points. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how they scored defensive ends for fantasy, but he had 40 fantasy points at the top. I want to add another stat in for Adrian Claiborne and his 6 sacks. Derek Thomas has the most NFL single-game sacks on November 11th, 1990. The Kansas City Chiefs linebacker set an NFL record, 7 sacks against the Seattle Seahawks. Only one away in the game. That's just for a record for a single game. But honestly, Adrian Claiborne, that's a Pro Bowl performance. I think he should be mentioned, but one of the best defensive ends in the league right now.
And shout out to Mark. I want to give a quick shout out to Mark Ingram. He had 131 rushing yards. And remember, Drew Brees didn't throw for a single touchdown pass, but Mark Ingram ran in for 3 of them.
3.
Great job by him, just annihilating the Bills.
31.1 points. Robert Woods, though, I just picked him up in my fantasy league. I didn't start him. Started Marvin Jones over him. And Marvin Jones, I'm going to check, actually. Marvin Jones.
Pretty sure he had a quiet game.
He had a really quiet game.
The Browns in Detroit game was very, very close for a while until the fourth quarter. The Browns had a 10-0 lead, and then in the fourth quarter, the Lions just pulled away.
I'm going to look up Marvin Jones. Let's see here.
While he's looking that up, I want to get to Kirk Cousins' monster performance. He threw for 327 yards and 1 passing touchdown, and he also had 2 rushing touchdowns. He had the number one performance of the week for quarterbacks. Great job by Kirk Cousins this week.
Okay, I'm still finding Marvin Jones. You know what? I have no idea. I will have to look up on my phone. But anyways, what I was going to say, Robert Woods had 29 fantasy points. He had 8 catches, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure Marvin Jones had around 5 points. Just to check this quick, Marvin Jones isn't bad.
He isn't bad.
He isn't bad at all. Marvin Jones had, 1 catch, 22 yards, 3.2 points. Close to 5. I knew I was right around there. And obviously Robert Woods with 37.1 points. Obviously deserved the start, but I snagged him and nobody else can have him.
Exactly.
So we had the top running back was Mark Ingram, wide receiver Robert Woods, Kirk Cousins.
Yes. Kirk Cousins played very
Jared
well.
Goff, though, 355 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Okay, for 26.5 points. CJ Beathard for the 49ers, 288 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 15 rushing yards, and a touchdown.
I believe he threw a touchdown to, I'm trying to think of the name. I know his last name's Goodwin.
25 points. Goodwin. Yes, Marquise Goodwin. His baby died hours after his baby passed away. He scored his first touchdown of the year.
Very unfortunate for him.
Very unfortunate story, but
Sorry to hear
Marquise
about that.
Goodwin, congrats to you. Marquise Goodwin could pick him up.
I know, he isn't.
CJ Beathard, I
They
think.
just picked up Garoppolo. I don't know.
I heard that they're not going to use Garoppolo.
They're not using Garoppolo, no. The rest
Not
of the
using
season.
Garoppolo for the rest of the season. Could change if CJ Beathard gets hurt or just is not doing good. They're 1-9.
Yeah.
1-9. You know what? got a good.
You need a
I don't know if
quarterback.
it was a good win against the Giants, but it was a win. A win's a win. I'm gonna go to who's still available. I actually had this one pulled up. Rex Burkhead, okay, for the Patriots. He's been in the league for 5 years. His first 4 years, he's with the Bengals. 2015, 2016, he played in all 16 games. He had 2016 74 carries, 344 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Going back to Rex Burkhead, he is owned in
I'm sure it was 11.
11.7% of ESPN leagues, 15.3 points against Denver, 15.3 points against the Chargers. Hey, Rex Burkhead, risky. What is he? The third, fourth running back for the Patriots? How many running backs?
They got James White, Deion Lewis. Hey, just like the Bengals system. The Bengals had Jeremy Hill
And
Giovanni Bernard.
Giovanni Bernard, North Carolina. Yep. Rex Burkhead, 15.3 points his past 2 games, 5.2 points against Atlanta. He was projected 8.7, almost doubled that
That's weird.
against the Broncos. I say pick him up, risky, flex.
Yeah, pick him as a flex.
Flex,
If you really need
Oakland,
one.
going against Oakland, they have one of the worst defense in the league. And I know that for a fact. But you know what? Rex Burkhead could be a flex. I think he's really good. And would you like to add anything?
No, I think as a flex, maybe if you're looking for somebody, and he's only owned in 11%, he said. So if you're really looking for somebody, Rex Burkhead looks like your guy.
Yeah, definitely. This is a little bit different, but Marcus Mariota for the Titans, the 2014 Heisman in his junior year. I'm going to compare him to Baker Mayfield from Oklahoma. I had their stats right here. Marcus Mariota, when he won the Heisman in 2014, he had 4,450 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. I am pretty sure. Do you know what the perfect passer rating is?
I actually don't.
Perfect passing rating. I'm pretty sure 158.3 for the NFL. College could be different, but 181.7 was his passer rating. But you know what? He won the 2014 Heisman in his junior year, and who I was comparing him was to Baker Mayfield, a senior from Oklahoma. Already through 10 games, my bad, not 2, 10, 3,559 yards, 31 touchdowns, 5 interceptions with a pass rating of 202.1. He is in the front runner for the Heisman.
He has 12 votes, correct?
12 first place votes.
No.
I think he's going to win the Heisman. But why I brought this up was I think Baker Mayfield and Marcus Mariota are like comparable. And for rushing, this year in his senior year, Baker Mayfield has rushed for 231 yards, 5 touchdowns. And Marcus Mariota, when he won the Heisman in 2014, his junior year, he had 770 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns. Obviously, Mariota's stats are better, but Baker Mayfield is not done yet with college. You know what?
It is his senior year, though.
It is his senior year, but they could very well win the national championship. And you
Are
heard
they
here
in the top 4 right now?
in the top 4. Look that up.
I actually am going to look that up.
I think they're number
They are 9-1.
9-1, but I think they're number 3 in the country, 3 or 4. I say you heard it here first. Oklahoma will win the national championship
Over Alabama.
I don't know if they're going to play Alabama. And over to the playoff picture, starting with the AFC, number 1 seed Steelers,
Yep.
7-2. My team. Number 2 seed the Patriots, 7-2. Patriots lost to Kansas City first week.
Yes.
Steelers beat them in KC.
Yeah, that was a very big win because that puts them ahead of them.
Yup. So they're both 7-2. Steelers are 1 seed. Patriots are 2 seed.
I actually have a question. Does the 1 and 2 seed get home field advantage, or is
One
it
seed.
the 1 seed?
Pretty sure 1 seed gets home field. First, second seed get first round buys. So,
All right, yeah.
3 seed Chiefs 6-3. 4 seed Titans 6-3. 5 seed Jags 6-3. And to the 6 seed the Bills. Bills Mafia.
Yes.
I don't like them, but 5-4. And for in the hunt, take it away. You're the Dolphins fan, so
Dolphins are
in the hunt.
4-4. The Dolphins are 4-4, and they're going against Carolina this week on Monday night. So that's tonight, actually, when we're recording this. And if they win tonight, they're gonna be tied with the Bills, and they still gotta play them twice this year because the division rivals. I don't know if Miami has it in the gas tank.
I think Carolina's gonna win. Cam Newton's really good. One of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. Which is weird, is he's in my league. I have Carson Wentz
That's a
and
no-brainer.
Jared Goff. I picked up Jared Goff. When Deshaun Watson was injured, I picked up Jared Goff. I don't know why he was still available. But Cam Newton's still available. I have no idea why. No idea.
He does throw a lot of interceptions.
I like Jared Goff. I like Carson Wentz.
I actually
but
want to look something up.
I'm going to take it away with the Ravens 4-5 in the hunt. Raiders 4-5 in the hunt. Jets 4-6. You like McCown.
Yeah, I really like McCown.
Not bad. He went to Penn State, I think. Penn State? No, that was Hackenberg.
It might have been. I
Yeah.
know Josh McCown.
Yeah, not Josh McCown.
Yeah. And I just want to say something about Cam Newton because he said
He's still on
he's still available.
Yeah, still available.
Cam Newton, he's having an all-right season. I can see why. He's throwing only 10 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. And his
Bad
QBR,
passing rating.
Very bad passing rating. He's only 78.
Yeah, that's bad. Unacceptable. And who's out? Browns 0-9. I think, let's just say it, worst team in the league. I don't think they need a new quarterback. I like Deshaun Kaiser.
He had a very good week against Detroit.
Really good week. Deshaun Kaiser had 22.98 points, 232 passing yards, 1 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown.
That's very good.
Texans 3-6, Watson out. Sorry, Texans. Don't think you can make the playoffs. Bengals 3-6. Something later I have to add about the quarterback. Chargers 3-6, Phillip Rivers.
He should have won this week.
Yeah, they should have won. That was unacceptable.
Yeah, you can't fumble. You can't.
Yeah, that's just, come on.
He threw it.
Melvin Gordon wasn't in the game, but you know what? And the Broncos are 3-6, blown out against the
Oh,
Patriots.
they're done. They
You
need
know
a new
what?
quarterback. Osweiler.
NFC just gonna roll right through this. 1 seed Eagles 8-1, 2 seed Saints 7-2. NFC's crazy. You want to take the 3 seed?
Sure. To the 3 seed, the Minnesota Vikings are in first place in the NFC North.
7-2.
7-2. They're also 7-2, yeah. The 4 seed is the Rams, who are 7-2. A very exciting team to watch.
I'm not gonna say this. I know funnest isn't a word, but they're the most fun team to watch in the NFL. Their
Yeah, for sure.
offense is crazy. Pick up anybody on the Rams offense, you'll be guaranteed points to win.
Yeah, they got Gurley. They got that Cup guy.
Woods, Cup,
Cup's very good.
Goff.
Yeah, they're overpowered.
Yeah.
The number 5 seeds, the Seahawks at 6-3. They're second in the NFC West. And the Panthers, who are playing tonight.
First in
like
the
we said.
NFC West.
First in the NFC West. Let me check real quick. Can you take over real quick?
Yeah. Panthers, they might be first. I don't know. Panthers 6-3.
No, they're not. Because they're in. I'm pretty sure Cam Newton. I'm pretty sure Carolina's in the same division as the Saints. I might be wrong though.
Nah, you're right. Who's right behind? Falcons 5-4. Cowboys 5-4.
Okay.
The Lions 5-4. Packers 5-4. Brett Hundley, he's all right. Not gonna lie, he's okay. Redskins 4-5. Kirk, he had a good team. The Redskins have a good team.
They do. But Jordan Reed has been so quiet this year.
Jordan Reed's hurt, I think. Look that one up. Jordan Reed, I think, is hurt. Cardinals 4-5. Carson Palmer. Cardinals aren't gonna make the playoffs. If they do, you know what? That'll be good, but I don't think they will. Who's just about out? 49ers 1-9. First win of the season over the Giants.
Yes, the NFC South.
Giants 1-8. Buccaneers 3-6. Bears 3-6. Mitch Trubisky, you really like him. North Carolina native. North Carolina is my team. Love Mitch. And that does it for the NFC. NFC's crazy. NFC, watch out for the NFC.
When did yeah, so he's hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt.
But the games he's played in, I mean,
I know, come
5
on.
yards.
Jordan
against
Reed's good.
Cowboys.
I just want some things I want to throw in. Eli Manning just tied Peyton Manning for consecutive starts in the regular season with 200 straight starts. They are both tied for second. Eli's obviously playing next week. Can you check who the Giants are playing next week? I know they are 1-9, 1-8, 1-8.
Just lost to San Fran.
Yeah, 1-8. Brett Favre has 297 straight starts in the regular season.
Oh, they're going to get blown out.
He
They're
has
going against
first.
the Chiefs.
Going against the Chiefs. Is it at the Chiefs?
At MetLife, but I don't think it makes a difference.
Okay, it doesn't really make a difference. Favre has 297 straight starts. He's number 1. Eli Payton, 208, tied for second. Tom Brady, ESPN just threw this fact out today. Tom Brady has the most road wins in NFL history at 86, just past the GOAT, Peyton Manning.
Go out that far.
Eli, he's 36 years old. Played in 14 seasons.
All right, done.
I think he's done.
Maybe
Colin Kaepernick? I don't know. Andy Dalton, 30 years old, 7 seasons. Okay, I know Andy's young. TCU, look it up. Think TCU.
Who?
Andy Dalton, quarterback for the Bengals. 30 years old, 7 seasons. They've lost in the wild card 5 out of his 7 years, first round, and he has 2 losing seasons. So, I say if they do make the playoffs, they're obviously going to lose in the first round. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. And
Yes,
I think,
TCU for Andy Dalton.
Yep, and I think they're going to have a losing season. So,
Who?
the Bengals. Andy Dalton.
They've got the talent, man.
I
Joe
think-
Mixon, AJ.
Okay,
Green.
but I think Colin Kaepernick, maybe. You like Colin Kaepernick? You know what?
I think he's.
I'm going to throw in something about Colin
Oh,
Kaepernick. He's not going to be signed by the Texans.
That's just
Tom Savage will remain the quarterback. Colin Kaepernick is hurt. Colin Kaepernick's hurt. Deshaun Watson's hurt, out for the year. Colin Kaepernick, maybe. I like the Texans. They're struggling. I like Tom Savage.
You do? I'm not a big fan of him. think
I like
he's
Tom
very,
Savage.
Very consistent.
I like Tom Savage. But Giants should be looking at a quarterback. Baker Mayfield,
Here's the
maybe,
prob-
next
here's-
year.
Here's the problem. Giants are in the race for the #1 pick right now. I just looked that up. Ever since they lost to San Fran, it's just them and the Browns now. But the Browns,
Sean Kaiser,
yeah,
Notre Dame.
he's
No.
gonna be sticking with them.
Yup. Bengals and Giants, who I have, after looking at all the teams, may need a quarterback. Andy Dalton's young. Maybe sign Colin Kaepernick as a backup quarterback. I don't even know who the Bengals' backup quarterback is.
AJ McCarron.
A.J. McCarron, Alabama.
He almost got signed by the Browns.
Almost got signed by the Browns. You know what? Maybe stay with Andy Dalton, see how the year ends. Maybe sign Colin Kaepernick after the season.
Just as a backup.
Eli, I know Peyton's his brother. I know Peyton's played in a lot. But Eli, you know what? I think he's going towards the end of his season, and they maybe should pick up Colin Kaepernick. So that concludes the Week 10 results, Week 11 predictions of our Sports Junkies Fantasy Football Show.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yep, and stay tuned for more.